Chadwicks Chimney by Colin. Kit was in the greatest turmoil of his life. What was he to do now? Run away? Stay and help? Ride madly into town to raise the alarm? If only his father were home, he would know what to do. In the end, Kit decided to wait where he was. He watched Danny and Con check their tanks, lamps and lines and adjust their masks. Then he walked over towards the rim of the sinkhole, tied a safety line to a peg and prepared to climb down a ladder to the water. Kit was desperately afraid. His stomach seemed to have twisted itself into a cold knot. Even at the last minute, he wanted to beg them to turn back, to reconsider, but he knew it was useless. Instead, he shouted a final warning, hoping it would stay in their minds as they went down. 5 minutes! 5 minutes, no more! Then come up carefully. Slow, slow, slow. Con nodded and gave an okay sign with his thumb and his forefinger. Remember, slow, 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 Kit was preaching now. Yeah, Danny answered rudely. I'll give you a warning tug on the rope, Kit yelled, seizing the safety cord and giving a demonstration. Con nodded again. Okay, he called. Kit watched them go down the ladder clumsily and ease themselves into the water. They looked terrifyingly small and helpless down there, like animals trapped far down in a well. For a second or two, they clung onto the bottom rung while they checked their flippers, cleared their safety line, and switched on their lamps. There was a small swirl. They sank and disappeared. Kit checked his watch and waited 2:45. It was one of the most miserable moments of his life. He stood at the edge of the sinkhole, looked down at the circle of water far below. If his two friends had just been dropped off a cliff into the sea, he would have felt less fearful. All of the things that his father had said about the dangers and treacheries of sinkholes came flooding into his mind. The darkness and depth, the sharp edges and twisting tunnels, the swirling clouds of fine mud, the rapture of the deep, and the constant threats of bubble in the diver's blood. The patch of water seemed to look back at him in a blank stare. So much so that after a while it started to mesmerize him, and he looked away quickly for fear of pitching down dizzily into it. So there's two questions that you need to really think about here. What was Kit feeling about the boys diving? And what was Kit doing while the boys